Well, we are back with another new edge swap video of the budget friendly. And guys, we're gonna have a complete run through everything we've spent so far on the car. As of right now, it's sitting there idling. It's sitting there without a fan on, about 190 degrees, which ain't bad, especially with no fan on. So let's go ahead, and brakes don't really work. I have no idea if the exhaust is actually gonna melt this coolant hose. Does it sit there just like that, pointing out the fan and the radiator? It shouldn't get that hot, right? So let's go ahead, go for our first test drive, and hopefully all goes well. Everybody, you know, cross your fingers, and we can start doing some other cool things. Like I said, the seat is not bolted down at all. It's kind of sketchy. Yeah. Oh, we got stuff falling off already. Guys, never forget. Oh, hey, look, there's that. Oh yeah, he's jealous. He's jealous. He's super jealous. Look at him. Temps is sitting there about 200 now. Let's go for a rip. I think I forgot that line still on the ground. Oh yeah! Okay, first trip in the Mustang, not fun. There's no brake, and it felt like it stayed in first gear the whole time, probably because that wire is not put on there correctly. And we're still good on temps, that's the good part. Sitting there about 180, but we're good. I like the temps, that's good. Fan's not even hooked up. One more speed bump, and I hate this part. Oh.
I told you she's low.
No brakes. No. Don't hit the Shelby, don't hit the Shelby, don't hit the Shelby, don't hit the Shelby. Alright, that is also, I have no idea what's going on there where it just sits there and revs up. I have no idea why it's doing that.
1 week later.
So it's been a while since I picked up the camera. It's been a long, stressful, I think it's been 2 weeks, but we are back. Here's the one thing, it's been super hot here in Kansas, like 108 degrees, and obviously my little fake palm tree has finally died. Look at this thing just chilling on the ground. I didn't think that could actually happen, especially on a fake one. But right now we are not working on the new edge. We're gonna be working on the old Shelby. As you guys know, we did chop off the front of the whole core supports, and I am finally starting to get around to welding all the plates and the tabs to get the whole front end done. What I want to do, today is Tuesday, I need this thing done either tonight or tomorrow, okay? I have a very special occasion coming up, and I need this thing done. So pretty much for the next 48 hours, I'm gonna be grinding away at getting this front done, and I wanna hear this thing start up first official time. There's a couple things I gotta, you know, obviously do. There's a part on the oil pan that actually has some damage, which is kind of concerning. I don't know how low the oil has been ran. I don't know if it was before the accident, after the accident. I just don't know, okay? So, but I want this done ASAP. The welder out. Let's get these things welded up, make them look pretty, and then obviously gonna be going from there. I have to order these upper radiator brackets, bushing support things, because apparently the, oh man, that could have been really bad. Could you imagine me spending some more money on the Shelby? But the original ones are gone, and obviously I had to buy new ones, which kind of suck. I'm spending more money on this project, but it's Shelby, okay? So I had to order these. I actually got these things off eBay, thank you, and they were actually less expensive that I could have bought from the dealer, and the same part number, which was pretty cool. I just noticed on this brand new radiator that the mount that's supposed to be right here is broken off. See, there's this one right here, but the other one's broken off. Are you kidding me? One thing after another, I tell you what. And just like that, the radiator is pretty much in there. So now what I gotta do is take off the radiator, take off the tabs, or take off the brackets, weld these fully, fix this radiator, because I did find that little piece right here in the box, so it kind of sucks that it was broken to begin with, but I do have a plastic welder. I'll fix it, we'll slap it in. Hopefully it doesn't leak coolant from that area. If it doesn't, sweet. Okay, and yes, I just picked my nose. All right, get over it. And we'll fully weld those brackets into place, but it's coming along good, Cooling system's almost there. Ooh, the radiator is sitting pretty again. I got the up rows on, got this mount going. Now pretty much what I can start doing is starting to assemble the whole front end. I'm still nervous about the front bumper not fitting or having a problem fitting. I'll get there, okay? It's just sitting right behind her, okay? It's just sitting pretty, just chilling on the old GT. But we need to finish up the wire harness real quick, and then what I want to do, put the battery in, get that thing on the charger. I know it's probably dead. It's been sitting for, I thought he said like a year or two, or just super long. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit excited, but this is pretty much wrapped up. There's only 2 things I need left, and that goes here somewhere and here somewhere. I don't even know what this is for, kind of forget, but obviously it's not needed at the moment, keyword. But let's continue on. We're making good progress here. Are you sure you know what you're talking about? Oh, watching a YouTube video. So currently, we're trying to figure out the heat exchanger, which is the, I think it's the AFCO Racing, or AFCO Cooling heat exchanger, which I have no clue. I've never done anything with the, a heat exchanger for cooling, because obviously this is my first blower car. So we're trying to figure out how we're gonna mount it, especially with the 2 front end here. But everything else, we got lower hose on, we got upper hoses on, we got the tanks on, hooked up, radiator hooked up, AC condenser, fan, the whole 9. I do need to put the exhaust on, and the drive shaft just needs tightened. And then I can pretty much start wrapping everything up. I got pretty much the ABS harness, got the ECU and everything mounted. It's coming together really, really quickly. But here's the biggest concern I have, is that guy right here. I don't know if that's gonna cause a problem later down the road. I really hope not. But I need to address it now before it gets too late. Alright, we're gonna put the bumper on, see what she looks like. Alright, we'll just do this. How's it look now? That looks fire. I love it. I straight love that. Alright, you see it with the bumper on, that's all you get. We'll see you tomorrow. Pretty much got a lot done tonight, which is great, okay? This thing is actually starting to come together like a normal Shelby should. I need to figure out the heat exchanger though, because it's kind of sitting in a really bad spot, especially since I want to say this thing needs to be turned around. I don't think this is correct in any way, shape, or form, so I'm probably going to swap it tomorrow. But as of right now, this thing, like I said, is looking like a Shelby again, guys. This thing honestly looks so good. I can't wait to start making them noises. And then, Zach can finally, be the slow car, okay? And then you'll probably see him turn it up, and, we'll go from there. And we are back for day 2 of working on the old Shelby Gt500. At the moment, I'm trying to figure out how to actually mount the front bumper onto it, okay? You would think, oh, that's easy. Did you read the instructions? Well, first off, yeah, and I still don't know how to connect it. Pretty much what I'm trying to do is weld some tabs up top here to reinforce the front, but the problem is I'm having this problem where I still gotta pick it up more and more. So I need to figure out why it's so saggy and not actually holding it in place. Do I need to make like a triangle, like an L bracket? I don't really know. They don't give you anything extra to figure this problem out. So while I was trying to mock up the actual heat exchanger, well, I had to put the bumper on first to make sure everything is gonna clear like it should. Bumper is finally on. You guys probably saw me in the last clip say I'm trying to weld some things on. Well, she actually had a bright idea that there's actually brackets for everything, and I just kind of forgot that I had them. So then I had to bolt these bad boys on, and then I still had to push them forward because it still sat so low. I think it's from everything's just being deformed, obviously something being cold and then hot, and then it stretches down, stretches up, just it goes pretty much every direction but the direction you want. But now, as you saw, go ahead and lower the hood back down. Everything is sitting like it should, good even gap all around, and then look at that pretty side. Okay. Now we can put the heat exchanger on and mount that bad boy up and put the fabulous grill back in to make it look even better. Day 3 of being in this garage is honestly, it's getting to me a little bit because I just want to see this car being done, and obviously it's not. But as you guys can see, this thing is stuck mounted. I got one bracket here, I got another bracket here. That way it's both being hung perfectly. this way, it should actually be sitting in this grill right where the bottom. So now, obviously, all I gotta do is put the headlights in, and then obviously just bolt the bumper up, and this thing should be ready to go. Well, obviously hook up a couple coolant lines, but obviously I can do that off camera. And then I gotta figure out where I need to put the washer tank, which I have no idea if I have one. And then I got a couple wires to the, I wanna say, to something. I wanna say these are for the fans, if I had a fan for the heat exchanger, which I don't because this kit did not come with one. And there's no mounting bracket for one, so technically, because this is for the actual pump right here that I need to figure out how to mount. And then everything else, I should be able to just start plugging and playing. This is getting close. As you guys can see, it is finally put back together. The whole face is back on. She's pretty again. Headlights are on. They're a little scratched up, so I might just order some new ones and get them hooked up. I do need fog lights, side markers, but everything else, the fitment, I think is fine. If anybody has anything to say about that, any critiques, okay, help me out. Obviously, my first time putting one of these tubular front ends on a S197. And sure enough, I had to do it on the most expensive one, you know, the Shelby Gt500. But I need to take this off. There's a couple things left to do. Obviously, just double check all the hosings, double check the oil levels, any coolant level. Obviously, I got to do a vacuum fill. These wires, I have no clue. Put the battery up. I want to get this engine bay cleaned up a little bit more than what it is. But as of right now, everything is sitting in there like it should. The next thing is obviously checking suspension, because I did take the struts apart on the bottom side, and then I think these are loose. The drive shaft's got to go on, the exhaust needs to go on, and then there is a spot on the oil pan. I showed you guys that last. I hope I just clean it up and it's not really actually leaking from there. And you know, hopefully it's just the drain plug. It's hard to say they're in the same exact spots. We'll figure that out in a later video. It is late. It is currently 2:33 in the morning. I've been doing a lot of late nights trying to get this thing finished. It's getting super close. Next video, it will be running. Okay, cross my fingers. If you guys did like this video, drop a like. Subscribe if you guys are new and ready for some Shelby content. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.